Okay, my dear students, so in the previous video we understood about the definition of electrolysis. Now let us try to understand what electrolytes are. What electrolytes are. Okay, electrolytes. So basically electrolytes are chemical compounds. These are chemical compounds which either in their aqueous state, aqueous means a solution of chemical compounds in water, okay. So water will be a solvent, and if you add the compounds to it, it will form a solution, and that solution will be termed as the aqueous solution of that compound. So aqueous solution of electrolytes, or the molten state of electrolytes, allow electricity to pass through them. Allow electricity to pass through them, okay. So these are electrolytes. So basically speaking, electrolytes are chemical compounds, for example acids, alkalis, bases, salts, okay, and different kind of other chemical compounds which either in their molten state or in the aqueous solution state allow electricity to pass through them. So the main point to keep in mind over here is that the compound, the electrolytes, only allow electricity to pass when they are in the liquid state, okay, when they are in the liquid state, okay. Either you take the aqueous state of that electrolyte, that is also liquid, or you take the molten state of that electrolyte, that is also liquid. So electrolytes only allow electricity to pass through them in their liquid state. That's the main point to understand. Now my dear students, let us try to understand what are the different types of electrolytes. So before we go to study the different types of electrolytes, let us try to have interesting difference. Let us try to understand an interesting difference between conductors, okay. So as you can see, the very definition of electrolytes gives you the idea that electrolytes conduct electricity, okay. They conduct electricity, so they can be termed as conductors, isn't it? And you know what conductors and insulators are. So a question may arise, sir, what about metallic conductors, sir? What about metallic conductors, okay, and electrolytic conductors? We just have studied about electrolytic conductors. So what's the difference between them, sir? A question may strike to our head that metals, they also conduct electricity either in the solid state or in the liquid state. So they are conducting electricity in the liquid state. Why can't they be called as electrolytes? Can they be termed as electrolytes or not? If yes, what's the reason? If not, what's the reason? Let us try to understand the concepts. This is the important thing. Concepts are the important things which a student should have, okay. Science is not a subject to mug up things. You have to understand things. You have to make your concepts clear, crystal clear to you. So my dear students, the difference between metallic conductor and electrolytic conductor, the reasons which I am going to explain you just now, that is what are the reasons that metallic conductors, although they conduct electricity, are not termed as electrolytic conductors. My dear students, metallic conductors, they have only one stream of electrons for conducting electricity, okay, conducting electricity. These are given in your book. You don't have to write or copy these things, okay. Just for the sake of making you understand, I'm writing in short or in simple words. So they have only one stream of electrons for conducting electricity, and they have two streams of charges to conduct electricity, okay. I will be explaining you these points in details, okay. So let us try to understand this point first. My dear student, if you take a conductor, for example we take a copper wire, okay, and we connected this copper wire with a cell. So this will be the positive side of the cell and this will be the negative side of the cell, and we have switched the circuit on. So this will be the positive terminal and this will be the negative terminal. And you know that conductors, metals, they have free electrons within themselves. Okay, so these free electrons that are inside the wire, mobile electrons, free electrons, are negatively charged. So definitely they will be moving towards the positive terminal of the cell. As soon as the electrons start moving, an electric current starts to flow in the conductor. So you can see free electrons are the only cause for the passage of electric current through this conductor. So that's why they have only one stream of electrons for conducting electricity. So these electrons are the reason behind the passage of electricity through a metallic conductor. While if you take electrolytic conductor, for example we took an electrolyte, a salt, NaCl, the aqueous solution of salt or the molten state. Let us take the aqueous solution of the salt. So what will happen, my dear students? The electrolyte will get dissociated into its constituents, Na plus and Cl minus. I will be explaining you these things in details in the upcoming video, okay, step by step. I am giving you just a brief idea, okay. So what will happen, you can see that they have two streams of charges. So the electrolyte will have lots of Na plus ions and lots of Cl minus ions, and these Cl minus ions will be moving towards the negatively charged rod, which is known as the cathode, and these negatively charged ions will be moving towards the positively charged electrode, that is known as the anode. And you can see that these two streams of charges will allow the passage of electricity through the electrolyte. So this is the difference between a metallic conductor and electrolytic conductor, okay. A metal can conduct electricity in the solid state as well, but electrolytes, they don't conduct electricity unless and until they are in the liquid form. This is another difference. The third difference, my dear students,